Here we are on the railway platform at the railway station in Llanrwda, and here we've got my 1958 Triumph Tiger Cub. And just imagine, back in the day, 1958, or maybe even a few years after that, I could have actually been waiting here for a nice old steam train to turn up, and I could have be sat here or in the waiting room, because there would have been a waiting room then as well, and obviously toilets and a couple of little facilities, all long gone now. And I could have wheeled this onto a train, onto the guard's van probably, and then got on the train, made myself comfortable, and gone pretty much anywhere in the UK that I chose, linking up with different stops and changes and whatever. And in one direction we can head to Swansea and beyond, and in the other direction we've got Shrewsbury and beyond. And I could have taken this little bike on a holiday and done the bulk of the mileages to my destinations on board the trains, and then when I got to, say, the Lake District or something like that, just get the bike off and perhaps use a tent or bed and breakfasts or a bit of both, and we could have had a nice holiday. But all those things have gone now, and sadly can't do that anymore. But just imagine being able to go anywhere in Britain on a little bike like this and not have to do too many miles on it until you got to a certain location, and you could have worked your way all around the UK probably, doing the bulk of the mileage on the bike when you got to the places you wanted to visit, and just tour around locally. And I would have loved to have been able to do that. That would have been a fantastic way to holiday around the UK on a small bike. But sadly that's all gone now, and so have the steam trains. And another thing I suppose I could have done as well is on the train I could have found the buffet car and had something to eat, and possibly a bottle of beer or two, and if I wanted to I could have had a cigarette on board. But none of that anymore. But I guess that's what you call progress, and nowadays bikes like this are really just a sort of novelty to sort of enjoy locally and maybe take to the odd show, and that's about all they're good for. Unfortunately, with the traffic we've got these days and the speed it travels at, little bikes like this laden with perhaps camping gear and clothes and whatever just can't really cut it for long distance work on the main roads for a holiday anymore. It would have been nice to perhaps rise to the challenge if the traffic wasn't so busy and fast these days, but I'd certainly rise to the challenge if a steam train were to appear from that direction or that direction, and I could just wheel this lovely old bike on board, put my feet up on the train and head off to wherever I wanted to explore next, and have a night or two at whatever destination I felt like before catching the next train and working my way around the country. That would have been fantastic, and this would have been a fantastic little bike to do it on.